The Alex Belfield In Conversation podcast with daisymedia.co.uk.
Alex Belfield.
Hello and welcome to an exclusive hour-long programme with me, Alex Belfield, talking to the world's smartest man. Gordon Ramsay, how are you?
I'm very well indeed, thank you, buddy. How are you?
Well, you are smart, and this is why you're smart. You're big over here, you're big in America, you're big everywhere, you're a cook, you're a chef, you're a TV star, you're a multi-millionaire, you've got a successable family, you've got everything, haven't you?
Very lucky. Yeah, a lot of hard work has gone into it. And when you get there, of course, you've got to work even harder to maintain it. So, yeah, I do pinch myself, but I'm not very good at stopping and looking behind me. I'm too busy moving forward.
Do you have any time to enjoy anything you're doing? Because presumably you're on a plane 1 minute, in a car the next minute. Do you actually have a moment to yourself?
Do you know what? I mean, it's a good question, Alex. Yeah. My time to myself is limited. Very little. You know, I'm incredibly selfish with my work. Everywhere I go, I'm obsessed with getting it right, and I hate failure. We've had a tough opening in New York. We've come through the doldrums in terms of, you know, winning 2 Michelin stars last week and number one best newcomer for Zagat. So I go in search of pressure, and once I've got the pressure, I handle it brilliantly, and then I make sure that my staff are behind me 110%. So the time I spend on my own is little, but it's quality.
It's so fascinating, having read your first book, to see how this nearly didn't happen. There's almost a serendipity and an element of luck in your failure that's made you this huge star, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. You learn from your mistakes in life, and you know, opening restaurants has got nothing to do with vanity. Although there's a huge population out there that think it's a glamorous industry, but it's not. It's graft and it's live, and it's you've got to be good to survive. Otherwise, you're history. Not just history in terms of closure, but financially bankrupt. So I've been close to the brink, and you know, at 40 years of age now, after cooking for 21 years, everyone sees a certain Gordon Ramsay, but I'd like to think that they would understand a lot more if they read the book in terms of, you know, the risk. And that's the secret, isn't it? You know, if you're prepared to take a risk and, you know, bust your balls to make it, live in rented accommodation and struggle to make money, and then once you've made money, you can't spend it because you've got to plough it into keeping the business open, and it's got nothing to do with you personally, and you've got to keep on hitting the business with the money because you've got 55 staff to pay, 55 staff responsibilities with their boyfriends, their girlfriends, their rents, their mortgages, their tax, and you have to make it.
Do you ever get chance to pick up a spatula other than for the TV programmes? Because it seems to me you're everywhere other than in the kitchen at the moment.
Yeah, it's a good question. I'm a control freak. I was in Chelsea this morning. We had to be there literally 7:30 in the morning. Now, I was there this morning because they wanted their shots done together for a Christmas photo. And in amongst doing all the shots for the Christmas photos, we finished 2 dishes together. When you're not on the hot plate, I get agitated because, you know, it's like sat in the middle of air traffic control where you're coordinating and dictating to 25 chefs, and then you've got to exuberate the brigade by you injecting energy into them. So I miss it when I'm away. So when I'm back, you know, honestly, I'm like a dog with 9 widgets, and I'm all over it like a rash, and then I'm manic because I need that adrenaline injection to keep me going. And that's what creates that little bit of speciality that lifts an average restaurant into a superb restaurant, having that magical touch. So if I haven't got that, and I can't get close to that, then Gordon Ramsay's finished. So I need to cook.
How easy is it for you to find someone who's as dedicated and as passionate about food as you are?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I search long and hard every day for talent, and then once I've found the talent, I nurse the talent. Once it's nursed, then it's exposed. Once it's exposed and they're sort of stripped of everything they know, and they're, you know, against the wall and standing there, you know, insecure, feeling inadequate, then we build them again. So cooking is all about emotions, and, you know, it is the most insecure job to have ever. You're standing in a kitchen, you're with a bunch of foreigners, you can't speak the language, and by the way, you have to take an ingredient, make it into something, charge money for it, and then be successful on that dish. It's hard, very hard graft. You don't get there by working 6.5, 7 hours a day. So I can tell you who's going to make it and who's not going to make it after being with someone for half an hour.
As soon as that?
As soon as that, yeah. In terms of their touches, their insight, the way they season things, the way they hold things, the way they feel about that particular ingredient. And I like to see them go on that journey I went on. The upset in football, the cruciate ligament tear, the smashed cartilage, and all that stuff was a huge setback in my life. once I got into cooking, I never, ever wanted to be in a situation, Alex, where I was faced with an ingredient and I never knew what to do with it the best. So that journey is extraordinary.
The Alex Belfield In Conversation podcast with daisymedia.co.uk.